afternoon, my YouTube friends and family. I want to welcome you to Empress Views. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you're a returning friend and family, I want to welcome you back. Today I'm going to be cooking some curry chicken. I'm also going to do some Alfredo pasta. And that would be our dinner. So we'll start off with the chicken because that takes more time. So I am just entering some of my green seasoning mix. So almost finished. I will do a tutorial on how to make the green seasoning. And to that, I am going to add my curry powder. And we're going to give it a mix. And we're just going to burn the curry before we enter our chicken. Alright. And what we're doing, we're basically burning off the raw taste of the curry powder. And once that is accomplished, then we can put in our chicken. Alright. You'll have to continue stirring it because you do not want it to burn. If it burns, it's going to give your curry a very bitter taste, and we don't want that. Okay, so I think we're good. I'm going to put in my pieces of curry chicken. And here we have in our bowl, I have some boneless chicken thighs that I've cut up and I've marinated for about 2 hours with some seasoned peppers, some onions, yellow onions, and some what do you call it, scallions. So in goes the chicken. I'm just going to give it a mix, and then what we're going to do, we're going to turn the stove on a medium low, and we're going to let the chicken cook. And what's going to happen is that it's going to spring its own juices and cook in its own juices. Guys, if you came to hear me pong the pot, as we would say locally here, you would hear that today and always. That is a practice of mine. I don't know where West Indians get that from. Probably other cultures around the world does it, but I don't know. I do it to knock whatever is on the spoon in the pot, but persons may have other reasons, or it may just be a habit. Okay, but for now I'm going to cover that the pot with the chicken, and we're gonna let it cook. And we'll come back to that. All right, I'm checking here on my water. Okay, it's not boiling as yet, but it's getting there. Okay, so let me see, I may be able to make a switch here with my chicken, because my burners, the one on the right in the back, that works a lot better than the others. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the chicken to the front right here, and I'm going to put the pot with the water towards the back. Yes, and right back here, if you notice that there is a sort of a butterfly ring here. This is a ring that I put in my on my burner when I'm hotting water. You have to be very careful with it because it's super hot. So you have to take something where you cannot feel it, of course not to get burned, and place it maybe on another burner. I'll rest it here for now. It can stay here because I'm not going to use this middle stove. But that is basically for cooking with my glass kettle. You cannot put your glass kettle to direct heat, so you have to place that between the fire and the kettle. I've already hot my water, which I will be using for my curry chicken. So what I will do, I will start my pasta sauce in the meanwhile. Okay. All right, guys, so we're gonna turn to our pasta sauce in the meanwhile, and I'm gonna move this over here for now. Trying to make some space. I'm just gonna get the pot heated. Once it gets heated, I'm gonna go in with a half a stick of butter. To that, I'm going to add a tablespoon of crushed garlic or minced garlic. And then to that, we will be adding some flour to make a roux. We'll first make a roux before we start entering our half and half. You can use half and half. You can use heavy cream, whichever you like. But I'm going to be using half and half today. All right. Okay, so I just checked on the chicken. If you notice, the chicken is already springing its own juices, so we're going to cover it and we're going to let that cook for at least 15 to 20 minutes. All right, so we're going back over to our pot in which we are going to make our pasta sauce. If you notice, there's still water. We have to make sure that water is burned off. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with my half a stick of butter. Sorry. I'm going to use my whisk because I find when I'm making sauce, it works better for me when I'm using a whisk rather than a spoon. So just going to melt the butter first, and once the butter is completely melted, we'll go in with our garlic. I'm gonna have to check my burners again because you know, from time to time they may get clogged with cooking grease, or you know, and they need clearing out so that they can burn stronger. But this burner, the heat that it's going at, it will work fine for our sauce, because remember, we don't want to burn our sauce. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my garlic. And it's amazing, just as I drop the garlic in, I mean, the aroma that takes over the kitchen, it's amazing really to see how aromatics just take over when you cook. You know, it's such a joy to cook, because you know, the different smells and aromas that you get, really, for me, you know, really says that, you know, you're making something special. All right, now you don't want to burn your garlic, so from here I'm going to go in with some flour, a little bit at a time. We're not going to use all that I have. Remember that the roux that we're making, it is basically for to be used as a thickening agent for the sauce. And what I will do at this time, I'm going to go in with a little bit of virgin olive oil, because I want to make sure that the roux gets cooked properly, and I don't want to use any more butter at this time. So just making sure that I get the roux cooked off properly before I enter the half and half cream. It's really smelling lovely. Alright, now with the milk, when you go in with the milk, you're going to have to go in a little at a time. Don't put all of your milk in at once, alright? If you notice, as I go in, it starts clumping, because what it is doing is adhering to the roux that we would have made. So you put in some more and you make sure you stir. And this is why I said I like using a whisk, because I find that I get to go through the roux and break it down better with a whisk rather than a spoon. Okay. Okay. I would have broken down that part already, so now it's time, and if you notice, it's thickening up already. It's time to add more of the half and half. Okay. Wipe down your sides. Make sure you collect whatever roux has been deposited along the sides, and you're going to mix. I'm going to leave that for 1 second while I'm going to turn the stove down, because I don't want it to burn, and our water has started boiling. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go in with some salt. And I know you may be thinking that's a lot of salt, but you want to salt your pasta, and you also put a little bit of oil. I'm going to put a little bit of vegetable oil, because the oil helps the pasta to not to stick to each other, so that they move freely. So I'm going to just mix through the salt, and then I'm going to enter my pasta. I like penny pasta, so I'm using Princessa. I'm gonna go over here to the pot with the water that is boiling for the pasta. And as I said, this is just one of many brands that I use. This is Princessa penny pasta, and penny pasta is one of my favorite when it comes to baked macaroni and cheese, and also for Alfredo pasta. So that is what I'm using today. We're going to stir the pasta so that they get coated. And we're going to take a minute from the pasta, and we are going to go back to our sauce. Remember, we don't want to leave it unattended for too long. I turned it down, so the good thing is that it will not burn, because when you're going to move away from your sauces, make sure you turn them down. If you notice, guys, it's thickening up nicely. I'm going to go in again with more of the milk. Stir, make sure everything is combined. Wipe down your sides. Go in again with more. I think that's gonna be enough for now. We will see a little later if we need to use the entire cartoon. However, we're gonna use this amount for now, and I'm going to let it sit and simmer till it comes up to a boil, and we'll see the thickness at that time. So that's it for flour. We do not need any more flour. I'm gonna stir my pasta once again, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cover, but I'm gonna leave it ajar because I do not want it to spill over. Okay, if you cover it completely like that, it's gonna spill over. So it doesn't spill over, you leave your pot ajar so that air can escape. All right, now let us take a look at the chicken and see what's happening there. All right, looking good, looking good. See, I kept it at a low simmer because we do not want to dry up, you know, the sauce that the chicken is collecting on its own, because depending on how much it lets off, you may not even have to add any water to your sauce. All right, so I'm going to cover it back and let it continue to simmer. Okay, now we're going back to our sauce to see what's happening. Guys, if you look right here, there's bubbles around the corner, which tells me it's starting to boil up. At this stage, I'm going to go in with some black pepper. Okay, I'm going to go in with just a pinch of salt, that much. And guys, make sure that your hands are clean. And I'm going to also go in with my special blended seasoning. All right, we always want to build flavors when we're cooking. So this is seasoning the sauce, and I'm gonna take just a taste to see where we are at. Okay, tastes good. Now at this point, I'm going to go in with some Parmesan cheese. Okay, I'm using some shredded Parmesan cheese. You can also go in with the Parmesan powder, that is fine as well. But today I have the shredded Parmesan cheese, so that is what we will be using. I'm going to put in about half of the packet. I'm going to stir to see where we are at. Remember, I said it is, I mean, easy peasy when you do it with a whisk. It's so much easier. It truly is. You get the blending of the sauce is so much easier than with a spoon. Okay, guys, remember the roux, you know, is the thickening agent, if you notice, and the cheese also will thicken it up. put in some more of the cheese. Look at that. I mean, tell me, what is better than your locally made Alfredo sauce? No jar sauce for me. I've tried Alfredo sauce once in the jar, and honestly, I don't know if it's the preservatives that they use, but it does not taste good. I honestly I've chosen different ones about 3 separate times. The first time, and I didn't do it for a while, and I said let me try again, and I tried 2 different brands, and I still didn't get the taste that I'm looking for until I learned how to do my own Alfredo sauce. I mean, nothing beats doing your own. Wow, lovely, lovely, lovely. I am going to go in with the rest of the milk. Okay, and then we are going to turn the stove all the way down. And we're gonna let the sauce simmer. Now I'm going to check my pasta. Remember, because you don't want mushy pasta here, so we are going to check our pasta and see how they are coming, because we want them to a point where they're cooked but still firm. We would like to make sure that our pasta is al dente. Okay, I would say about maybe 2 to 3 more minutes and we'll be right where we need to be. They still have a little resistance, so about 2 to 3 minutes and the pasta will be ready. After that, we will drain our pasta, and then we can move to combining our pasta with the sauce. However, I'm going to put some parsley flakes in the pasta. Let's see. I've used the parsley for a while, and if it's not fresh and green, I love to see it fresh and green. If it's not fresh and green, I tend to not use it. Now I believe I would have had, let's see, another pack somewhere here. Let's try and find it. Okay, let's see which one seems to be the freshest. Okay, we'll go with this one. All right, so I'll just sprinkle just a little. I'm gonna mix it because we don't want to overpour it as well. All right. Okay. All right, that should be enough. Now, fresh pasta is always, not pasta, I'm sorry guys, fresh parsley is always the best, but if you do not, you can always use the dried parsley leaves, which is what I'm using today. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave it to simmer again. Okay, I think it's time that we turn the pasta off. I'm going to take the pasta And I'm going to drain it. And then I'm going to run some cold water on the pasta, because if we leave it that in the hot pot, it will continue to cook. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lift it off, turn off the stove, and I'm just gonna drain the pasta. Be careful, guys, with draining your pasta, because the steam is really hot, so you have to be careful. All right, you can never be too careful. I'm going to run some cold water on it. First, I'm going to run cold water in my pot, cool down the pot, and then we're going to check on the chicken. So while I'm dealing with this, guys, I will put the pot on the chicken so you can see the progress of the chicken. It's coming along nicely. Alright, so our pasta is nice and drained, and I'll bring it back and show you guys. Okay, here we are. Pasta is all drained. I'm going to go in with some olive oil so that my pasta can keep separated. Give it a mix so that they remain moist while we finish the other different meals that we're doing. Okay, so I will just cover this for a while. I'll cover the pasta. It's not on direct heat. I'm gonna go back and check my sauce. Going back to check our sauce. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. Now what will go well with this pasta sauce is some white wine, but I do not have any today, so it's okay. But if you like, you can put in, I would say, maybe like a half a cup of white wine, and let it simmer for a bit, and trust me, you would love the flavor. Okay. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a test and to see if the pasta is ready, and we will see. So I'm going to put in the spoon and I'm going to take it out. Okay, and you wipe your hands And if the pasta does not run, you know, back and join together, that means your sauce is not the pasta. I'm so sorry, guys. If the sauce does not, you know, keep running, then your pasta is ready. I'll do it again here. There we go. So that is a test that our pasta sauce, the Alfredo sauce, is ready. Yes, it's yummy. All right. So guys, that's it for the sauce. I'm gonna turn it off. And I'm going to cover it for now. I'll cover our pasta sauce. And right now, all of our concentration will be on the chicken because we have finished cooking the pasta. We have finished cooking our pasta sauce, our Alfredo pasta sauce. So now all of our concentration shall be only on the chicken. All right, there we go. So let's see where we're at. Wow, you see all of this? Amazing, huh? I have not added any water to this pot, and all of this was sprung by the chicken. This is awesome. Now, because the chicken was seasoned, I'm going to test the sauce and see where we're at. Okay, it's nice, and I don't think we need any more salt. But what I will do, I am going to put in about a teaspoon of some mild jerk seasoning in our chicken, and I believe we're going to have awesome flavor from the jerk marinade. And a smaller spoon, this one is too big. Okay, I have some Grace Jamaican jerk seasoning, and it says here mild. It's a little hot if you ask me, but I'm gonna go in with this much. I don't want to overpour it and then I can't eat the chicken, so I'm gonna go in with that much. And we are gonna stir. And what I'm going to do this time, my last curry chicken tutorial, after the chicken was cooked, I placed diced potatoes and some sliced carrots in there. But this one, I'm not going to use any potatoes and carrots. I'm just going to have just the chicken. And that should be it. So I'm going to test again. Yes, I like that. That is really, really, really good. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do finally to the curry chicken is I'm gonna cut up some fresh what is it called, some fresh red onions. I'm also gonna cut some fresh scallions. I'm sorry, my mind went blank. And it's just for a pop of freshness, and add to it and let it steam for about, say, 5 minutes, and we're done. Okay, so I'm going to cover it for now, and I'm going to get my I'm going to get some red onion. Okay guys, we're going to check our chicken one last time, and we're going to enter our red onions and our scallions. And this is for, as I said, a pop of freshness. Remember, we are building flavors as we go along with the cooking, so you should have different levels of flavor as you make your dish. Okay. See guys, imagine no water. I absolutely did not use any water in this dish. All of this was sprung from the chicken. Nice sauce. Yep. All right. So we're gonna let that go for about 2 minutes and we're done. All right. And then I will plate up and show you the finished product. Alright guys, while we wait on the chicken, what we'll do, we'll combine our pasta. And that way when we are ready to play, everything will be ready. So, let's see. We're going to pour our sauce. I don't want to leave any of this delicious sauce to go to waste. So we're going to pour all of it into our pasta. And then we're going to give it a mix. So what I'll do, I'll bring it forward so that you can see. There we go. And we are going to give it a mix. Wow, look at that. Lovely. Now what I'll do, it's because it was sitting, it got a little thick. So what I'll do, I will just enter a little more milk, just a little more. Just a little more. All right, and let's see where we're at. All right, guys, I think we're good. So I'm gonna take the chicken. The chicken should be done now. We're gonna check that. And guys, just like that, chicken is done. I'm gonna move the chicken to the back stove for now. I'm just gonna bring the pasta to the front just so that it can get some heat. Okay guys, so now our pasta is heated. Okay, so that everything is at the same temperature. All right, guys, if you can smell, I mean, the garlic is smelling really good. Okay, so I'm gonna turn that off and I'm gonna plate up. All right, so then we're gonna cover the pasta, bring the chicken forward. Okay, and we're gonna plate up some nice curry chicken. Some lovely chicken thighs. Let me just clean up just for presentation. Okay, so let's move this to the back. I'm gonna cover that. Take it out of the way. Cover that. And let's see. Oh, I'm so sorry. Guys, I'm working with a stand here for my phone, and it sometimes I bump into it, and that's why you may see the shaking in the video. I ask you guys to excuse that. Okay, so I'm gonna just give one last topping. As usual, I like my pop of freshness in my food, and I think that's enough. So from my kitchen to yours, curry chicken and Alfredo pasta sauce. Bon appetit. I want to thank you guys for coming with me through this journey today. I always enjoy preparing meals for you guys to watch and learn, and hopefully prepare for your family. And my next tutorial up, it's going to be Jamaican beef patties. I know you guys are going to love that one. All right, have a good afternoon. God bless everyone. Take care. Don't forget, guys, always remember to comment, click the like button, subscribe, of course, subscribe, and share this with your friends and family. Let them know what's happening here at Empress Views. We love you as our new family members, and we thank you for visiting the Empress Views channel. Bye bye.